A new year Hogwarts is about to begin. It's really good to be back at school. Speak for yourself. I have outstanding detention time from last year. It's not like you're not used to it. That doesn't mean I like it. Fair. So I look forward to the Sorting Ceremony. It's one of my favorite Hogwarts traditions. Even the Sorting Hat song, I didn't care much for the last one. The hat comes up with a completely new song every year. I suppose some are better than others. Completely new might be an overstatement. His songs are becoming a tad repetitive and outdated. The hat is over 1,000 years old. I imagine writing that many songs. 1,000 years old, huh? You seem to know a lot about Hogwarts history, Penny. I enjoy the Sorting Ceremony, so I liked reading about it. That bit is in Hogwarts history. If you are curious about it, the history of the ceremony, I can tell you all about it. And we'll attend this year's ceremony later, so you'll enjoy it even more with some background. Tell me everything you know about the history of... Blimey, the Sorting Ceremony has quite a long and complicated history, which reminds me, you never said if you like the tradition of the hat song. I love it. It makes for a cheerful start of the year. I hope this year's song convinces me to share your opinion. There you are. Dumbledore needs to see you right away. If I could ask what it's about. I don't know all the details, only that the Sorting Ceremony itself depends on it. Thank you for answering my call. I know this is quite unusual, but I find myself in need of a student's help, and you are perfect for the task. Now, being an optimist is much better. I'll do everything I can, sir. The details are indeed important. I see you need my help to update the Sorting Hat on present-day Hogwarts to finalize his song. Is to be equipped to write a song that represents the spirit of Hogwarts. It's not easy to stay up to date when you spend most of your time in one room. I understand I can certainly show you around Hogwarts and help with the song. So rest assured you'll do just great. How do you feel about this responsibility? Confident, it shouldn't be too hard. You'd be surprised. Writing a song can be incredibly difficult. What the Sorting Hat means is you'll have a marvelous time together. The only thing is, I have no idea where I should take the hat first. Has a working version of the song that could be a place to start. Just say the word if you want to hear them. Go ahead then, feel free to take it. I look forward to hearing the results. You won't be disappointed, Professor. If you wanted to start with the verses I already wrote, I'm ready to send them to you. About damn time, but not enough time to finish the next ones. Here we are. It's a private and quiet enough room to start working on the song. We'll have to plan our next steps to help you write a song that represents Ron and Hogwarts. I suppose new ideas can provide fresh rhymes and verses. Mention a working version of the song. But alas, they may not reflect present-day Hogwarts as much as I expected. I'll recite the verses I have. I see what Dumbledore meant. All the verses so far are about the history and what a history the school has. I remember it was just yesterday, Godric, Rowena, Helga, Salazar, all of them together. But we are tasked with including the present in the song, and we shall, but first I'm sure you have some notes on the verses. Let me know. Let me see if I remember them correctly. Not long ago, 1,000 years or more, four noble founders, the verses join. Godric Gryffindor, the brave and clever knight. Salazar Slytherin, with an ambition born and bright. Rowena Ravenclaw, the wisest by far. Helga Hufflepuff, with a heart like a star. Two wizards, two witches, the best of them all. Together they sorted the students of yore. What do you think of the song? It's a great starting point. I know I have mentioned the founders in our 700 songs. It works every time. Something that is clearly lacking is any sort of reference to the present. That's a good point. We should be able to include both in the song. Perhaps if you show me more about the past, I can help you with how it fits with the present. Take me to the history of magic classroom. This is it, History of Magic Classroom. I'm sure Professor Bittens won't mind us using it. It's been a while since I've last been in a classroom, but you said you could use a history lesson, and this is the place for it. I want to learn about the school's past to figure out how I would fit with its present in the song. Most of it, so I can tell you anything you want. That's true. Come to think of it, you're a crucial part of the school's history. You're interested in my story? Sit tight. Well, the story you were Godric Gryffindor's hat and the founders enchanted you themselves, also that you could sort students into the four houses. Someone had to do it. Wizards and witches don't live forever, and then Enchanted Hat was as impartial as it gets. It's such an important task, no wonder the founders took so much care in ensuring it would be carried on properly. Do you want to know more about any of this? Good old Godric, I spent years on his head, you know. He had abundant and fluffy red hair, quite comfortable. And he was the best duelist of his time, both with the wand and the sword. I was always interested in the founder of our house, thank you for telling me. It's because of its history too. As such, I believe it always has a place in my heart song. I should probably learn a bit more about it before we tackle the school's present. That's easy enough. The trophy room is full of glorious episodes of the school's history. Students should know what came before them. So the trophy room, where every student who has left their mark is remembered. The achievements of all four houses are recorded here. They are great material for song verses. I can only imagine so many key events in history in one place. We should take a close look at everything here. Oh, how much they haven't. Hogwarts is a very traditional place after all. Well, and these trophies and achievements provide a much clearer picture of Hogwarts' past. The most important ones are the House Cup and Quidditch Cup, and the list of headed boys and girls Those are the famous ones, yes, and all with names of students that stood decades and centuries ago. It's easy to think these trophies are all ancient, but the latest recipients of each of them are quite recent. Played with my house team when we won a Quidditch Cup. That's a good point. History is constantly in the making. That's right, we can't wait about the present without reflecting on the past. Some of what we have seen here should definitely be a part of the song. Alas, we can't include everything. We'll have to choose what to use. Which of these trophies do you think I should sing about? I think you should include the House Cup. Everyone's constantly thinking about the house points, so it won't be perceived as something old. In fact, it could be a good way of showing that something historical can be important to modern students too. I think we are ready to begin talking about the students and their role in the song. I wish we could meet some of your students of Yo to compare them with present-day ones. What are you, the portraits of Mullen and Sir Cadogan? They are among the very first generations of Hogwarts students. That's a brilliant idea. We can talk to them and see how they compare to my fellow students. 2 days old. God damn. This stuff goes by too fast. Need to remove the time limit. But they never will. Let's make the time limit like 7 days. So people that work can actually do them without rushing it all. We'll be able to talk to Mullen and Sir Cadogan here. They are among the first students of Hogwarts. I remember them well. They were both brilliant. Look, there's Sir Cadogan. Greetings, Youngin, and you are indeed need of a brave knight to save you from Paul. Just wanted to talk to you and Mullen. I hope that's not a problem. Most certainly it is not. I heard you calling my name, so I came to answer thy summons. Something seems to be going on between Sir Cadogan and Mullen. We need to solve this before discussing the time at Hogwarts. I see what's going on. So the Cadogan is tired of being Mullen being the most famous of the two. It's that my own deeds often go unseen, lost in the shadow of the renown. People even fail to remember that our best did derive in the Void. You did it wonderfully, my friend. I see what Sir Cadogan means. To King Arthur himself, Mullen is often remembered as the greatest wizard of all time, but one that I cannot help being proud of. There's no reason to be jealous. Both of you accomplished things that most wizards can only dream of, and as former Hogwarts students, you are role models for your houses. Is as brave as any Gryffindor and can hope to be. Mullen's resourcefulness and great ambition are exemplary Slytherin traits. Yet, at the same time, very natural. It's the type of rivalry Gryffindors and Slytherins have always had from the very beginning. Suppose some things truly never change. Do you think I should include any of this? The rivalry between houses would be great for the song. It'd show how our present is shaped by our past. I think we have had enough about the history of Hogwarts, fascinating as it is. Now it's time to show you the Hogwarts I know. I want you to meet a member of the staff who's a crucial part of present-day Hogwarts to Hagrid's hut. Good to see you. I see you bought... Wait a minute, is that the Sorting Hat? It has been quite effective to improve the voices of this year's song. It's good to see you again, Rubius. It hasn't been too long since I saw you, barely over 40 years. Of course I do, Rubius. You was a clear Gryffindor. I didn't doubt it for a second. Perhaps it's best to not reminisce about me time as a student. I get quite sentimental. I thought you could help us by telling the Hat what you love about Hogwarts. What I love about Hogwarts is so much. I'll tell you what I love about Hogwarts. Thank you. I understand now the thing you should love the most about Hogwarts is its students. Other things are wonderful too. The forest, its creatures, or being around Dumbledore. There's nothing like those students. Their enthusiasm and energy is unlike anything else. They set their eyes on the castle for the first time. It's magical. Emotions are often still lingering in their minds when I have to sort them. That's true. Everything's traditional and ancient in Hogwarts. Everything but the students. If we want the song to be about present day, today's students should be a part of it. Suppose it also means that it's finally time to talk to some other students. But before that, Rubius got me thinking, what is it that was the thing that you loved the most about Hogwarts? There's always something new to learn. Anytime we are making progress, all of this excellent material for the song. I should go get ready to pick up the first use at Hogsmeade. I was looking to meet some of my friends. Is that what I'm looking at? Looks exactly like the Sun Hat. That's because it is. I'm taking it around the school to meet students. I assume it's getting ready for the ceremony. That's right. I'm helping the hat with its on. I remember when I saw you. But after a few moments, it was clear that Hufflepuff was the better choice. So there was never a chance for us to end up in the same house. That brings me to what we wanted to talk to you about. Don't get me wrong, they make great Hufflepuffs, but just not necessarily in the way you'd think. That's what we are here for, then let's talk about Hufflepuffs of today. I get it, Penny. It looks like the Hufflepuffs today express their house's traits in unique modern ways. Diego Kaplan focuses the Hufflepuff passion and dedication into dueling, and he's fiercely loyal. While Chiara may not be as social as other Hufflepuffs, but her kindness is typically of her house. It's precisely right. Fascinating observations. I'll include this in the Hufflepuff verses. I'm curious about you specifically as a Hufflepuff, Penny Haywood. What would you say is the most clear Hufflepuff trait in Miss Haywood? It's unquestionably loyalty. Penny's always been there when I need her. I'd say Hufflepuff was definitely the right house for Penny. That's an interesting idea, but for the song 2, we could take a look at some atypical cases. And it's hard to sort, it might be worth seeing how they are faring with their houses. Of course, Liz, that's an excellent idea. Thank you for your help. Now let's go talk to Liz. Thank you for meeting me here. Of course, I heard your help you needed help. I was curious when Penny told me of your little adventure with the Southern Hat. The timing is perfect. In fact, I wanted to meet the Southern Hat for my own reasons. That's precisely what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you think the Southern Hat could have ever made a mistake when sorting a student? Never, the Hat isn't capable of that. It thinks exactly like the four founders. But there must have been at least one case where a student was sorted incorrectly. But on the closer inspection, we realized she was exactly where she belonged. There's a reason why you're asking. You can tell me about it. So I'm wondering if there was a chance I'd been put into the wrong house. If you could expand on why you don't think you belong in Southern, we'd love to hear it. Alright then, you don't get too many chances to discuss you Southern with the Southern Hat itself. See what you're going through. You feel like you don't have much in common with the other Southerns. But then you don't share some basic traits like the characteristics ambition. That's exactly right. I'm pretty sure I should have been sorted into a different house. Misunderstand the Southern traits. The Southern Hat trait, ambition for example, is not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't help that so many Southerns ended up becoming dark wizards. When the good people are ambitious, they can achieve great things. Take a goal of becoming a magic zoologist. It requires a lot of hard work and specialized knowledge. It's more ambitious than you think. Now I am a true Slytherin, but it's just as Ella's type of Slytherin. Modern Slytherin students challenging past preconceptions of the host. This could be the theme of the Slytherin selection. I'd like to meet another case, just such as this, another student that's not a typical member of the house. Bill, lead the way. Yeah, Jay would be like a Slytherin in the common sense. I've been looking all over for you. That's right, I'm taking the hat around to meet students of different houses and help with its song. I thought that, given your unusual activities, you could be considered a rather atypical Gryffindor. But we need to talk to you, it won't take long. I need to deliver it to another student before the ceremony. I suppose it's probably for the best. I don't know what it is. I'll help you and you can tell us your experience being a Gryffindor. It's in the pot. I have found it. Thank you. I've been looking for it ever since we got to the school. What? I'm ready to help you now. Tell me what you need. I wanted to ask you how you feel about being a Gryffindor. We are in the same house, but everyone's experience is different. Now that you mention it, I'm not sure how I feel like a Gryffindor. All the famous Gryffindors are normal and heroic. That doesn't sound like me. Sometimes house traits are not that easily recognizable, but that doesn't mean they are not there. What do you think about me? Do you see any quality that's unmistakably Gryffindor? I think bravery is your clearest trait. Your willingness to break rules and to carry on special dealings shows how brave you are. I never thought of myself as brave, but I suppose you're right. I'm courageous. Is often associated with heroism, but that's not always the case. Most interesting comparison. Suppose we could say the house values manifest themselves in more than one way. The Gryffindor voice is slowly coming to me. I have an idea of who we could talk to. Lenny Pindlebrook. He's usually at the library. Will do. Now let's go to the library to meet Lenny. Lenny. Big Len. Damn, I could not get the last one. But I got 10 energy. Less than 30 though. I hope it's alright if I join you. It's good to see you, Lenny. I'm sorry, I was enthralled by this puzzle. To be engrossed in intellectual pursuit is such a pleasure, not unlike the writing of a song. We wanted to talk to you about your experience being Ravenclaw. I'm fairly typical Ravenclaw. I would even say I'm quintessential Ravenclaw. I don't think I'll make for an interesting testimony. Couldn't have put it better myself. I see, so because you enjoy learning and solving puzzles, you feel like you are a perfect fit for Ravenclaw. You certainly seem to be an embodiment of Rowena Ravenclaws. Some cases show modern manifestations of house traits. If some modern students go our definitions of their houses, while others fit perfectly in those, what's the most important message to include in the song? Most important message is that traditions evolve over time. That's an interesting perspective. And that completes the 4 houses. That means that if you are ready, we can go back to Dumbledore. Don't mind if I do. You don't often get a chance to spend time with the Sorting Hat. And let's go back to Dumbledore and tell him that the song is almost ready. Why am I going to J? I thought we were going to Dumbledore. You said you wanted to see us before we returned the Sorting Hat to Dumbledore. I was curious after we talked about Gryffindor, and I wanted to know how things went with the rest of the house. Perhaps the hat itself should answer that question. Glad I could help. Then the feast must be about to begin. The first youths must be crossing the lake from the station as we speak. Will you take the Hogwarts Express? I think the hat has never even seen the Hogwarts Express. I have to admit, I have always been intrigued by it. I'd like to learn more if I could. I see why the Express is so exciting to all of you. It's a chance to see your friends after months apart, use magic again, and eat sweets. It's built with Muggle technology, yet it's our way of getting to the most magical place in the world. It's certainly interesting. There were no such things as locomotives back in my day. Something as new as this can't be that meaningful for the school. It probably doesn't belong in my song. Is a key part to the Hogwarts experience. I don't know how it was back in the day, but nowadays the Express is fundamental. In fact, if the hat is writing a song about modern Hogwarts, I think it should actually see the train. It would definitely be taking it too far. You could get in trouble. That, on the other hand, Dumbledore did ask you to make sure I was fully up to date. I don't want to get in trouble, but I think this is what the hat needs. A song that truly represents the spirit of modern Hogwarts. Must include the Express. Absolutely, lots of students will be there, arriving for school. If we hurry, we'll be fine. If you don't mind, I'd rather stay. I like to keep my adventures to a minimum. Now all aboard to Hogsmeade Station. Here we are, Hogsmeade Station. There's no one around. It must be later than we thought. All the students must be already in the castle. If the students have arrived, the start of the town banquet will begin soon. So this is it, the famous express. I see what you meant. It is create a site. I could find something that rhymes with train or maybe steam. It's probably best if you just take a quick look now and think of the lyrics later. It's getting quite late. Psst, kid, you're carrying quite a famous garment there. We were just leaving. That shouldn't be outside of school, you know. Give it to me. I'll return it safely. Return it to safety for you. But the hat's safe with us. We are on our way back to school. There's no need for any trouble. If you don't mind, we'll leave now. Stop bothering us. That hat is worth too much for me to walk away. Why isn't... Come on. I dodged his attack. This is my chance to disarm him. Flippin' no. You said disarm him. You should use Expelliarmus, no? Managed to scare him away. You saved me in the process, thank you. We should go back now before we get into any more trouble. Back to Hogwarts then. Fuck you. So the ceremony will be starting soon. I believe I should be getting back to Dumbledore. Thank you. Your contributions were invaluable. I'm sure you'll notice it in the song. I'll take you right away to Dumbledore's office. Here you are. I've been looking for you in the hat. What was Mr. Kim saying about fighting the Dark Wizard? I can explain, and then you better do it, and do it fast. Tell me where you will bring in the hat from. So you took the Sudden Hat to Hogsmeade to see the Hogwarts Express, hoping it would help its on, but you ran into a Dark Wizard who tried to steal it. Deserves some kind of recognition for defending the hat. The stolen hat could have been lost forever, and you two could have gotten hurt. Certainly looks like you didn't think at all. Well, thankfully the hat is okay. You'll have to wait until you have decided what to do with you. Now give me that. She was really angry. I'll have another week of detention added to my outstanding time. Not the worst thing I have ever been caught doing. What about you? I'm angry I defended the hat from a Dark Wizard and all I got is a scolding. I was only trying to help the hat. I suppose there's nothing we can do now. We'll learn what our punishment is soon enough. And my punishment, indeed, I heard that you took the hat on a little field trip. I take full responsibility for what happened. I was in charge of the hat, so no one else should be punished. Pay attention now, I'll tell you what we have decided. Bullion, I won't get any punishment after all. I would advise you not to show that much enthusiasm near Professor McGonagall. You did put the Southern Hat in danger, I'm sorry. After talking to the Hat Master itself, I do believe something good came out of it. Sometimes we need to travel out of our comfort zones to go on loan. I look forward to hearing what the Hat created for this year. I'm sure your contributions will be noticeable, and on that note, you better hurry to the Great Hall. At last, the sewing ceremony we made it helping the hat wasn't as easy as you would think. Because we did that, they let us sit together in the front. Normally, students are seated by houses. We will see soon enough. We'll hear this you Southern Hat song. Some of you helped the hat with it, and for that, I'm most grateful. And you too, Penny, we all helped the hat. Before I begin, I want to thank Dr. Hussein for helping me this year. The song wouldn't have been the same without him. Brilliant, the hat did it. It was a song based on everything that I showed it. Thank you. I'll go talk to the hat now that the song's over. My tour guide, and that was Curtis on, wasn't it? What did you think of it? It was inspiring. The song truly reflected both the past and present. I said it once, but it's worth repeating. Thank you for your help. If you ever need help with a song again, you know where to find me. Sick.